must make a choice. And the choice would be whether or not to be horizontal or to be vertical. Now, I've drawn two boxes. One is the horizontal and one is the vertical. Would you do the same on your paper? Please. Now, the most important line to start with is the horizon line. And I'm going to put this word down here, horizon line. Now, this is for you to understand. There are choices to make, the artist makes. The horizon line might be way up here. And if it is, it's called a bird's eye view, okay? So we have opportunity to make a choice. A beautiful garden is what we're going to be painting. So the bird's eye view has a very high horizon line because the bird is above and the bird is looking down. Now, maybe you don't want to do that and you'd like to do what we love to say is the worm's eye view. The worm's eye view would be very low down. The worm's eye view is not always the easiest thing to do because we don't get down that low on the ground even to draw a picture. So we do a people's view. Is that a good idea? That is a really good idea. All right. So I'm going to put another little box and I'm going to put a horizon line right through the center. Now the very first thing you draw, no matter whether it's a still life or a landscape, is the horizon line. The horizon line has many VPs, very important vanishing points. So a vanishing point could be used if you were going to draw a house or if you were going to draw a series of things into distance. Now, for example, I'm going to put a horizon line. I'll draw another box like this. And I'm going to put a horizon line. And now I'm going to put a VP right here in the very center. Now I don't want to go too fast, but did you do that? What does the VP stand for? Vanishing point. Good. Now the artist will discover that there are hundreds of vanishing points. Everything, seriously, has a vanishing point. And we have the miraculous ability in our eyes to see distance, things that are close up, things that are middle, and things that are far away. So let's do just that. This is my sketch pad. Does yours look like mine? You got it? Okay, let's do it. So we have, let's say, a railroad track or a street sign. We have a street or a railroad track. Now I'm going to show the way in which the tracks might look going in to the vanishing point. Everything works that way. What if I had a tree and I had a tree in the foreground, and I'll just draw it very quickly like this, and I had a tree here. This is the foreground, and the tree is in the foreground. What if I had the tree in the background? Would it be the same size? No, but would it be a little tree down here, or would it be back here? Okay, it'd be back here. All right, see where the vanishing point works and how the tree would be. All right, this is a very important lesson in what we call composition. And if you don't start this way, your drawing just won't work, okay? Now let's look at this picture. Is this a horizontal or is this a vertical? Yes. And where do you suppose the vanishing point is? Is it a bird's eye vanishing point? Do you think it's up high? Do you think the vanishing point's up here? Do you think it's down here? We saw little lizards Would it be a lizard's view?
No.
It's a people's view. All right, right in the middle. Now the people, can you see the horizon line? Not exactly, because the paint has covered it up. And this painting was done with an idea of a vanishing point that's sort of back in this point. Everything moves to this point. And the artist is able to hide it because the artist just knows how to take the lines that they do and they kind of hide them. And see the tracks, they all kind of lead back to this. Now, we're going to talk about the vertical view. And looking over here at the vertical view, where do you suppose the horizon is? Is it up here? Is it way down here with a lizard? It's right in here. But wait a minute. It's kind of low. It's lower than it is higher, isn't it? So you have a choice. If you want to, you can make your horizon line somewhere between exact half or a little below or a little above. Okay, now I'm going to move on pretty quickly. So I'm going to put my horizon line in there. Now, are you going to choose to do a horizontal or are you going to choose a vertical? That was the first question. What do you wish? What do you think would be best for this particular picture? It's a fountain. Do you like this view or do you like that view? Is that the one you want to do? All right, good. We will settle on that. So the next thing, we're going to make what we call a thumbnail sketch. And I'm going to make a little larger box. Remember, this is our drawing page. And I'm going to make another box, but it will be bigger because all my choices have been made. Now the next thing to do is to look at the subject. And I'm going to say, oh, that subject, that is a really nice subject. But I will not put it exactly in the center because it is a drawing that is symmetrical. If I put it exactly in the center, I might do what is called cut the picture in half. So I'm going to very lightly draw little broken lines going up this, and I'm choosing to go slightly to the left of center. And here is my horizon line. And I already did that. I have a V, P, vanishing point, and a vanishing point over here, and also one that's in the center. Now I'm doing a little broken line because this fountain is going to be what we call symmetrical. So the word symmetrical is an important word to be able to spell and to understand. Does anyone know what symmetrical means? What?
Like even, same.
Yes, yes. Even or exactly the same on both sides. Okay. Most vases, most things that you have to hold water are going to be equal on both sides. So the symmetrical view is going to show you the fountain. And we would not want to start it right down here. We're going to start it here and here. So I usually place a line on the top and on the bottom to show the top of the fountain and the bottom of the fountain. Okay? All right? So now I'm going to look at the fountain and I'm going to see that it's very complicated. It's got many parts. So I'm going to choose to be very careful and intentional. And I'm going to make a curvilinear line like this. And I'm going to make another one like this. And it seems like it's going to be a bigger bowl here. And I'm going to do kind of like this. So can you do that to start it off? Notice that this is the center line, like this. All right, and it's going to be symmetrical. Both sides are going to be exactly the same. All right? Now, I'm going to look carefully at the fountain, and because I want to have my sketch prepared, when I go out of doors, it's going to be all ready to go. I'm going to have a thumbnail sketch. And the thumbnail sketch is going to have all of the elements. Now I'm going to draw this bowl, kind of like that. And one of the things to know, if you took a circle and you just drew a circle, you'd be looking straight down on the fountain. But if I do it like this, then I'm kind of looking like this. This is an elliptical shape. And so I kind of do this all the way down, and it helps me draw my symmetrical shape that I'm going to have. By doing these elliptical shapes, I can actually create a symmetrical shape all the way down. And I know that's maybe a little confusing, but it sure works for me. All right, so I'm going to try it here. It goes in, it goes out, it goes down, in again, and then the base. So now I kind of have a shaded effect of where it is going to be. And then the same thing here. And the same thing here. And now I'm going to look at my drawing and I'm going to draw it carefully if I can. Once you get this as a practice paper, then we can correct it and put it on the good paper. And we take the good paper outside and plan our colors. And this is kind of a curly, and you could do it any way you want to. You actually don't have to do it exactly the same. It's always fun to make your own design. It's always fun to be creative. So you could do,
It's hard to get it exactly.
you can do your fountain any way that pleases you. And I'm just kind of setting the stage for you. And remember, this is a thumbnail sketch. So when we do the final sketch, it will be on big paper and it will be really perfect, okay? So just get your idea here on the little one. Now the next thing to do is to say, oh, there's no water in the pond. That's okay. You're an artist. And you can do miraculous things like putting water in the pond. Is that okay? And you can put the rocks here and the rocks here, and this will be just like a little whirlpool of color, and that'll make it really pretty. You want to do that? I know the water isn't there, but you're the artist. You can put water in the pond, okay? And you can move the trees around. And I had a hummingbird that sort of flew in at the right moment or didn't, and I put him in there, and he ended up in the picture. And the flowers, oh, they're all going to be down here, and the wonderful color spots are going to be here, and here, and here, and here, and here. And we're simply going to do that picture just the way it is. So this is my thumbnail. Now there's one thing missing, and it would be the shade, the shade and the cast shadow. So I'm going to want to do that right down here. There's the reflection goes down into the water, and that makes it darker down in the water. So just like this. And then we know that it will be a deeper blue, and it will make it look like it's really in the water, not floating around somewhere. Shadows help you make it, to plant your objects. So, and also back here, there may be a cast shadow down this direction, okay? All right. And then the rocks, they're going to have a little bit of shading here and here. And the flowers have stems, so they're planted somewhere. And now we actually have a wonderful little thumbnail sketch. This is a simple guided step that we're going to take to the next step. All right. Close that off. That is the first part.
Like a pile of stones.
And a pile of stones.
We can write lots.
So now we're going to, without filming it, we're going to do this